Dependency rarely arrives looking like chains. Most of the time, it arrives as help, a gift, a free tool, a cheaper service. Adopting a foreign tool often begins as simple curiosity. You take a taste of a new system, and it feels exciting, easy, so you return, again and again. A habit quickly becomes an absolute need. On a day-to-day level, this makes perfect economic sense. Why spend years and millions of dollars building your own banking rails when someone else gives you instant access? Why build your own data centers when a foreign tech company offers you free cloud credits? That is exactly how the trap snaps shut. A population decides that consuming someone else's infrastructure is smarter than building their own. At first, they offer basic support, then systems and standards. Soon, they manage your digital identity platforms. The question is no longer, can we build our own? It becomes, can we survive without theirs? Society forgets how to function without external networks. Africa is standing right at this very threshold today. Short-term convenience is rapidly calcifying into permanent institutional lock-in. This architecture of reliance was built deliberately, across generations. It began with physical extraction. Raw materials left the continent. Finished products and dependency returned. Even when the mid-20th century arrived, the flags and the songs changed, but control of the underlying systems did not. Global finance, trade routes, and currency influence remained heavily governed from the outside. The physical bottlenecks of commerce were entirely foreign-controlled. This creates functional dependency. A continent can be independent on paper, but the moment an external crisis disrupts its borrowed payment rails or supply chains, the entire economy is paralyzed. This cycle is difficult to break because day-to-day it works. The imported software is fast, the foreign platforms are highly efficient. When someone suggests building a local alternative, people ask, why waste time? Why spend money? The efficiency of the imported system actively turns the local population against their own potential builders. Comfort makes true systemic independence look foolish. By doing so, the dependent system ensures it survives entirely unchallenged. Now, the same pattern is repeating in a new domain. The next battleground is not raw materials or physical factories. It is foundational digital infrastructure, artificial intelligence, cloud networks, and programmable money. Whoever controls a nation's payment rails controls its economy. Whoever runs its data ledgers and digital identity controls its truth and its narrative. It is a point of absolute leverage. If Africa enters this digital shift strictly as a consumer of foreign technology, this new dependency will be deeper and more permanent than physical colonialism ever was. Escaping this trap does not require rejecting the outside world. It does not mean isolationism or refusing global partnerships. It requires a shift in how those partnerships are structured. Real global cooperation is only possible when a nation maintains ultimate ownership and local control over its own underlying infrastructure. Complaining about foreign terms of service achieves nothing. Survival depends on training a generation of builders to replace borrowed tools with owned ones. Alkebuleum provides the architectural blueprint for a sovereign African digital society. It is a deliberate response to the risk of systemic reliance. At its core, Alkebuleum is a locally governed sovereign trust layer. It is a dedicated ledger engineered specifically to secure African identity, civil records, and digital payments, keeping them free from external leverage. This foundation must be built right now. If we wait, the immediate convenience of foreign digital systems will become technically impossible to untangle. No continent becomes powerful by only consuming what others create. True freedom in the 21st century belongs only to the societies that build the ledgers they rely on to survive.